Greetings, this is Spec Ops 56 and my fellow reviewer and all-around good guy, John, coming to you with our old versus old Bourbon Taste-Off, Round 1, Part 5. Now, before I go into the rest of it here, this Part 5 is the final part of Round 1. Round 1 being the preliminary. And I'm going to, after this, we'll be starting round 2, the semifinals. Now, once we have determined which one of these is the winner that goes to round 2, whichever one it is, we'll be competing against, these are the winners of round 1, we'll be competing against Old Crow. That was the winner of part 1. No, I'm sorry. Let's get back to that. Old Granddad was the winner of part 1. Part 2 was a tie between Old Forester and Old Huckleberry. So both of those go in the semifinals. Part 3, the winner was Benchmark Old Number 9. No, Old Number 8. Sorry. And part 4 was also a tie. That was Old Tub, Bottled and Bond, and Old Scout. So whichever one of these wins, or if it's a tie, they'll both go. Now when we do this in part 2, I'm not going to have the same ones that tied up against each other again. They'll be up against something else. That's to make it fair. All right, now I got a good bit of information here, so bear with me. Now, first up is the Old Elk Kentucky Straight Bourbon. I bought this at Total Wine on 9/3/2024. The regular price was $43.99, and that's what I paid. And now it is no longer available at my Total Wine. Here's what it has to say about the Old Elk. The key to our bourbon is our high malted barley content in our mash bill. By investing in our bourbon and using 4 times more malted barley than traditional recipes, we've created a non-traditional bourbon that generates sweet and light components. The malted barley, combined with the spicy essence of clove from the rye and the classic rich bourbon character from the corn, amounts to a robust and smooth taste profile. One of the things that sets Old Elk apart from the herd is our slow-cut proofing process. For us, it means extra steps and extra costs. For you, it means the world-class quality you've come to expect from our products. To proof alcohol, water is added until the liquid reaches a desired strength. However, this creates a heat liberating reaction, and when you add hundreds of gallons of water in a day or two, it ends up boiling off many of the lighter, finer flavors. Here at Old Elk, though, we've always done things differently. Instead of a day, we spend weeks adding small increments of water to keep our liquid cool and save the delicate flavors our team works so hard to produce during mashing, fermentation, distillation, and maturation. It's why we've deemed our whiskey slow cut. And it's why you can taste the quality in every sip. Here's the tasting notes. The aroma is sweet vanilla and caramel, clove spice, slight maple, and nutty almond. The taste is maple syrup, almond, raw bran, chocolate, deep wood, and coconut. Mouthfeel is smooth and coating with a lasting flavor. The ABV is 44%. Now, our next one is the Old Soul Straight Kentucky Bourbon. I bought this at the Lowe's Knock Knock Spirits on 9/5 of 2024. The regular price was $54.99. I got it for $44.99, which is why I've included it, because I did say I was going to do bourbons that were no more than $50. Well, once I got my discount, it was less than $50, so it counts. This is made by Cathead Distillery, the first legal distillery in the state of Mississippi. Cathead was founded in 2010 by friends and blues fans Austin Evans and Richard Patrick. Located in the heart of downtown Jackson, the distillery currently produces 8 award-winning small batch spirits: Cathead Original Vodka, Cathead Honeysuckle Vodka, Cathead Satsumi Mandarin Vodka, Cathead Raspberry Vodka, Bristow Gin, Hoodoo Chicory Liquor, and Old Soul Bourbon Whiskey, as well as a line of canned cocktails. Old Soul is a precise blend of 2 whiskeys, each with an identical high rye mash bill, and aged for a different amount of time. Each barrel is reviewed by nose and palate the old-fashioned way, and expertly blended from whiskeys distilled in Indiana and Mississippi. Old Soul is the perfect metaphor for our bourbon, one that is thoughtfully crafted with a nod to both tradition and the future. The color, brilliant deep amber. The nose, sweet notes of vanilla, reminiscent of bakery goods and sugar cookies, with hints of fresh leather. Taste, elegant and balanced mouthfeel, showing notes of rose and dried cherry, followed by toffee and baking spices. Rye spice and herbaceous notes appear mid-palate and into the finish. The finish, rich, earthy finish led by lingering rye spice. ABV is 45%. Okay. I'll be very surprised if we get any of that. Okay. John's showing you the bottles. I'm going to go ahead and pour these into the different glasses. Old Soul goes in this one, the big glass. I guess I better do yours too. Mm-hmm. Well, you could just pretend.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. And then we got Old Elk. Tell right off, the Old Elk has a slightly darker color. Not by much.
Yeah.
Only slightly. Okay. You can see them compared to each other. They're very close in color.
Got it.
But I think that the Old Elk is slightly darker by just a little bit. What do you think?
I do. Same way.
All right. Come on around.
All right.
We'll start with the Old Soul.
Got it.
Zero burn on the nose. Not even a little bit.
That's right.
I get a slight sweetness on the nose. Let's see, which one is the Old Soul? Okay. Now it says that on the nose you're supposed to get sweet notes of vanilla, bakery goods, and sugar cookies, and fresh leather.
Really?
I get sweetness. I don't get any of the other ones.
I get the charred oak at the end,
Doesn't even mention anything about that.
but I do.
Well, I get sweetness. I think I may get the very slightest bit of smokiness, or wood. I'd say wood, not smokiness.
That's about all I get.
I don't get anything else.
I don't either.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and taste.
Sweetness.
Now I get the burn.
A little bit of burn.
I get a little more than a little bit.
And that wood is just right there.
Yeah, that burn is just right there. Wow. It's not the worst burn I've ever had.
I'm not getting a whole lot. I'm getting a lot of
It's,
sweetness.
It's more than I expected based on the nose.
Uh-huh.
But it goes away fairly quickly. Now, I did taste a very slight sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure yet about the rest. The burn kind of covers that up.
Yeah.
Let's see.
One thing I will say too, it's smooth. It's not harsh at all.
Well, I'm calling it medium burn. Still there on the second sip, but not as much. I get the very, very, very slight sweetness note. And I'm getting something, I think what I'm getting, I'm getting rye spice. I think that's part of the burn.
Yeah.
Because after the burn, I get a spiciness
Mm-hmm.
note. And I think some wood along with it. But they're all, they're not real separate and distinct. They're all sort of melded together.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you what I'm not getting.
What's that?
I'm not getting vanilla. I'm not getting bakery goods. I'm sure as hell not getting sugar cookies.
I tried for that one.
And I'm not getting leather,
Yeah.
which I'm kind of glad of. I like the feel of leather. I like the smell of leather.
But I don't want to.
I don't think I want to taste leather. I don't get any toffee, no rose, no cherry, no baking spices. Okay.
All right.
Need to do
Let's,
a little cleansing.
Take care of this.
And then we'll try out the Old Elk. Alright, now. Let's check the Old Elk here. I don't get any burn on the nose.
Nope, not a bit.
I also don't get a whole lot of
Anything.
of notes on the nose. It's a little something. Let's see what they're saying. I think I might be getting the clove spice on the nose. Clove. Nothing else.
No rye. I thought I would.
Let's try.
There's your clove.
This has less burn.
Yeah.
A lot less burn than this one.
To me, the clove is right up front.
Yeah, I think I'm getting the clove. It doesn't say anything about clove in the tasting notes.
It doesn't?
No.
Hmm.
It says maple syrup, almond, raw bran, chocolate, deep wood, and coconut. I'm not getting any of those except I am getting some wood.
And
I gotta stop saying that. Or saying it that way.
yeah,
And moving right along.
I taste the wood too at the end, but it's not as pronounced
Mhm.
as the Old Soul.
I get almost no burn.
Yeah.
Just the slightest bit. Right on the end. I don't get any kind of sweetness, but I do get, I think, wood. Think I get the clove spice, and I get the wood.
I'm getting a little sweetness right up on the front.
I can't say that I get anything else, and I certainly don't get anything they say,
Coconut?
which is not unusual. Just once, I would like to get one that tastes exactly like what it says it tastes like, but we've not yet found one.
Mm-mm.
I don't know how they get all these different flavors, they say, and we can't get any of them.
Our palates just aren't tuned for it.
I don't know about that. I don't think our palates are any worse than anybody else's.
Uh-huh. I'm
I
trying
don't know.
trying to find the coconut, and I just don't.
You mentioned that. I just got a taste of something, and I'm not sure what.
If so, it's right after the wood.
Exactly. I think it could be just a very light hint of coconut that I got.
Yep.
And it was after the wood.
Yep.
I got it just about as you said it. So, okay.
Wow.
Now let's try them with a little ice. See how much of a difference that makes. If any. Yeah, I forgot to do that.
Yep.
Better do that.
Wash that other one away.
Although by this time my tongue is starting to get a little numb anyway. Okay, the Old Soul on ice.
Wow, the sweetness. Whoa.
It never ceases to amaze me how different our palates can be. Because I'm assuming that the sweetness level went up. For me, the sweetness level went down.
It went tremendously up.
Mine went down. And I'm not really tasting anything I didn't taste before.
Mm-hmm.
The burn is certainly a little less.
The wood flavor is subdued slightly
Yes.
over what it was.
For me, all the flavors are subdued.
Mm-hmm.
Got the same flavors, they're just not as prominent when it's on the ice.
Right. Mm. Mm.
Okay. Now let's try this one on the ice.
Okay.
Old Elk.
Mm.
Get more of the wood and less of the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Did you put any ice in there?
Oh, I did. It's done melted.
Oh, okay.
If I do it again, it'll really weaken it.
Mm.
Wow.
Are you getting anything you didn't get before?
Nope.
Is anything better or anything worse?
It's just a little less subdued. It's not as strong. It's still smooth.
Yeah, I'm not getting a whole lot of difference on this one with the ice. They can burn is a slightly bit more less. I think this is going to be another tough one.
I know what I figured.
Yeah?
I think we got another tie.
Maybe, maybe not. Let's wait and see. Okay. Straight.
Huh?
You're rating straight. Which one?
Oh,
Okay, first,
the soul or
Old
the elk?
Soul.
I'm gonna give it 2.
Mhm. I'm still debating.
Okay.
I gotta try to remember what it tasted.
Have another taste.
You know, I'll admit that sometimes it's hard for me to give any of these a higher rating due to the fact that they are not what they say. Almost none of them
We don't get the
have the
flavors.
flavors and nose and everything that they say they have. I always have to knock off some points for that because it just, to me, it just isn't right. It just isn't honest. That makes it a little harder for me
I see.
to come up with a fair, evaluation of it. What was it about the Old Soul that decided you to give it 2 thumbs up?
I like the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It's not harsh.
Mm-hmm.
I get a little sweetness on the beginning. I do taste the woodiness at the end with just a dash of coconut.
Yeah. Is that the one that had the coconut? No.
Yeah, no.
No.
Damn. I mean, doggone.
Yeah, it was the Old Elk
Old
that has
Elk
the
with the
coconut.
coconut.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got them pretty well mixed up because I like them both.
Yeah. Okay.
It's hard to choose.
So, knowing this doesn't have the coconut.
That's not going to change my vote.
Okay. All right. And your vote on the Old
I'm
Elk.
going to have to give it 2 again.
Okay. What was it that made you do that, other than the coconut?
The smoothness, it's
Uh-huh.
not harsh. Not much burn on the tongue. And of course, the wood is lighter on the end than the Old Soul. But I like it.
These are very close.
Very.
Um,
What's your opinion of them?
Hang on,
Coming up?
we're getting to that.
Oh, okay.
We're going to get there. I got to give both of them some points off due to the fact that they are not what they say they are. But then that's the same with just about every one we've done.
Right.
At least with some of them, I can get some of what they say there is. I will give the Old Soul 1.5.
All right.
Because I just did not get very much of the flavors they said I was supposed to get.
Mm-hmm.
I will give the Old Elk 2 thumbs up.
Okay.
Because at least I got the coconut.
Yeah.
And the wood.
Yeah.
I didn't get the maple syrup, the almond, the bran, or the chocolate, but I did get the wood and the coconut, which is more than I got
From the
for
old
this
soul.
one,
Yeah.
based on what they said I was supposed to get. That's why I had to give this one a little bit off.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm voting for the Old Elk. Since we've got two thumbs up on the Old Elk is the winner. So the Old Elk goes to round 2, the semifinals. And the Old Soul goes home with you.
That sounds good.
After we add it to the Bourbon Infinity bottle.
Right.
Okay. That takes care of the final part 5, of round 1, the preliminaries. Stay tuned because we'll be starting round 2, the semifinals, soon. Until then, this is Spec Ops 56. And you know my faithful Indian companion, John Toe, coming to you with more soon. Cheers.